Good evening from Star City News. I'm Brian Fry.
And I'm Cassie Nelson.
A 17-year-old girl was shot inside a car. The incident happened Wednesday afternoon in the driveway of an apartment building a few blocks south of Salt Creek Roadway. Police say the girl was sitting in the passenger seat of a car when it happened, and her injuries are believed to be non-life-threatening. Officer Katie Flood says the gunshots came from a man sitting in the back seat who knew the victim and fled the scene. He has not yet been located.
We have not eliminated the possibility that this was an accident. However, we really do need to speak with that man to basically put together the events that led to that 911 call.
Local Boy Scouts now have their bullets. More than 65,000 rounds have been donated to local scout leaders in the past 3 months. The reason? A bullet shortage that might have forced scouts to practice their shooting with air guns instead of .22 rifles. When troop leaders asked for donations, they hoped for 24,000 rounds. That number was surpassed when gun owners from far away as Florida stepped in to help.
And Lincoln police are asking for your help in finding mailbox destroying vandals. It happened around 2 a.m. Wednesday in the area between 77th to 84th and Old Cheney to Highway 2. Police say a witness saw the teens driving a tan Toyota Camry or one of a similar model and smashing mailboxes with a baseball bat. 6 residents reported damages totaling to around $300. If you have any information, please call Crime Stoppers at 402-475-3600. And the Nebraska State Fair celebrates agriculture and family fun, but now that People for Ethical Treatment of Animals has submitted an application for booth space, some are worried that both of those things could be threatened. I talked to the fair's executive director, Joseph McDermott. Here's what he had to say about the concern some are sharing.
Well, part of our responsibility is to ensure that PETA's display fits within that family-friendly environment. And we really need to know more information before we can determine whether there will be a problem or not. There were some issues in Kansas, but until we know exactly what their intentions are, it's difficult to determine what steps we need to take.
Now the issues he's talking about in Kansas had to do with PETA showing a video with graphic images at their booth. But they didn't put up a fight when asked to turn the screen inward, so the video is only seen by people who sought it out. McDermott says that it's still a big if the organization will show up. They have to turn in insurance forms and references just like everyone else who wants to buy space. And Brian, have you ever wanted to walk from bar to bar with a drink in your hand?
You know, Cassie, I have, but I heard it was illegal.
Well, it is, but we have Torin Otis live on the scene in the Haymarket. He's about to tell us about a big change.
Well, that's right, guys, and you won't have to pour out that drink you just ordered to do it. On Monday, the Lincoln City Council approved the capital's first entertainment district right here outside of the new Pinnacle Bank Arena. The process for bringing an entertainment district to Nebraska started 2 years ago in the state legislature.
Right now, they all have to be located in the downtown area. They all have to be fairly close to an entertainment venue that seats, I think, 750 people. So there are about 5 different places in the downtown area that could be potentials for an entertainment district.
Those 5 areas include the Pershing, Bourbon, Rococo Theater, Lead Center, and the new Pinnacle Bank Arena.
There are residences that are abutting the entertainment district. What's envisioned for the West Haymarket is more families, older people, and college age. Everybody kind of mixing there.
The general consensus is that the new West Haymarket Entertainment District will bring a lot of excitement to the Lincoln area, but that doesn't mean that it won't come with rules. Like, for example, if I had a drink in my hand on the west side of 7th Street here, I'd be okay. But if I were to take that 20-foot walk over to the east side, I would likely be ticketed by police. Lincoln City Council member Carl Eskridge says plans are in place to limit those chances.
In terms of the height of fences and the fact that there always has to be food served at all hours when the thing's open.
Obviously, if people Lincoln resident Scott Schiffermiller has been to a similar district and doesn't think that will be an issue.
I've been to the Kansas City Power and Lights district, a similar setup there, and I think it'd be good for the area and people gearing up before games and that kind of thing.
Lead Bellies is a new restaurant just outside the district, and cook Shelton Slaughter says businesses will thrive because of it.
Oh, definitely will. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're going to make a killing here at Lad Bellies. Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to be able to get there without coming right by us. So, yeah, I think we're going to do great. You know, maybe a lot of these cats
Reporting
be,
for Star City News, I'm
Torrin
Torrin
Otis. The concert.
Well, the City Council is still meeting with the promotional association in charge of the district, trying to figure out ways to curb underage drinking. And one way that they've come up with is to give out wristbands. Now, those wristbands could be for adults who are of age that are going to buy drinks, and they're talking about having different colored wristbands for minors to kind of be able to determine who's who. So, but they will kind of take that with experience as the district opens up, and they've been given 6 months to see how things go, and they can talk after that. Reporting live outside the Pinnacle Bank Arena, I'm Torrin Otis for Star City News. Let's go back to you guys.
Thanks, Torrin. Pinnacle Bank Arena is set for its grand opening August 14th.
Definitely looks like a cool arena. I'll have to check that out. There'll
I know.
be some great concerts there.
Right. I hear the Eagles are coming.
They are. Looking forward to that. And there's a controversial inn in Nebraska, specifically the Red Inn that will be put outside the new Pinnacle Bank Arena in the Haymarket. So Lincoln residents say the inn shouldn't go up. They say it might give visitors the wrong impression that it's university property, when in fact it was taxpayers that footed the bill for the arena's construction. Although the inn hasn't been seen yet, arena officials say it will go up as part of a contract obligation. And more on the Pinnacle Bank Arena. If you're in search of a job, the new arena is hiring. SMG Lincoln is holding a job fair next Monday and Tuesday at the Pershing Center. They're looking for part-time staff for operations, technology, engineering, event, box office, and parking services. Also, they are looking for food service candidates. The arena is scheduled to open next September. For more information, go to pinnaclebankarena.com. The House of Representatives defeated the Farm Bill with big food stamp cuts Thursday. Opposition by Democrats to huge cuts in the food stamp program led to the defeat of the bill, raising questions about financing for national farm and nutrition programs this year. The House bill would have cut projected spending in farm and nutrition programs by $40 billion, with more than half of that coming in food stamps. I know farmers are really important to the agriculture of Nebraska.
Definitely. Now it's a warm one today. Let's go to meteorologist Megan Conway.
It may be a hot one this afternoon, but I suggest you pack an umbrella. I'll let you know just how wet it's going to get with your live forecast here on Star City News. I'm meteorologist Megan Conway.
You are watching Star City News.
The Lincoln-Lancaster County Habitat for Humanity is a charitable nonprofit organization dedicated to offering dignity and hope by forming partnerships with low-income families by providing affordable, safe homes. Their agency works as a channel for all community members, including faith-based partners, to come together and support community members in need. You can contact them by calling 402-477-9184 or going online to lincolnhabitat.org.
Since 1985, the Lincoln Haymarket Development Corporation has worked on protecting, enhancing, and promoting the Haymarket's architectural and cultural heritage. When visiting the Haymarket, a person can see the live theater, eat, or shop. Every Saturday between May 4th and October 12th, the Lincoln Haymarket is the home to the Farmers Market, located on 8th Street. At the Farmers Market, you can get baked goods, arts and crafts, and quality produce. The amount of activities you can do at the Lincoln Haymarket makes it a must-see.
We grant the wishes to kids ages 2.5 to 18 who are battling a life-threatening illness to have their heartfelt wish come true. Knowing that you are a part of a child's life when they are going through something so potentially physically painful and frightening, and knowing that you get to be part of that bright spot and part of making that most magical experience come true for them is an incredible experience.
Visit Morrill Hall and experience the richest natural history of Nebraska. Located on city campus at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, Morrill Hall is home to exhibits highlighting everything from prehistoric fossils to minerals and meteorites. Or take an astronomy adventure daily at the Mueller Planetarium. Morrill Hall is open weekdays and students get in free. For more information, call 402-472-2642 or go online at museum.unl.edu.
Welcome back to Star City News. Now it's starting to feel a lot like summer outside. People gathered today outside the Nebraska Union to listen to some live music by the Bro Hill Fountain.
In fact, more than 50 people gathered on the UNL City campus for the musical concert series Fountain Frolics. The summer series has been going on for 15 years. Local bands play their music while area residents enjoy food and tunes. The event happens every Thursday at noon for the rest of the summer. Admissions, Melissa McDonald says they do it for the people.
So it's just meant to be a fun event during the middle of the day to kind of give people a break from work or students a break from class, and to come out and listen to some free music and eat good food.
Well, that sure looked like fun.
Yeah, it did. I hope it's nice enough this weekend to hang out by the fountain. Let's check in with meteorologist Megan Conway.
It's been a hot and humid day again for you today here in the capital city. Right now, 86 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Been pretty windy for you all day today too, with winds up to 23 miles per hour out of the southeast. Tonight, we'll get down to a low of 73 degrees. Causing those lower temperatures is the chance for some scattered thunderstorms tonight. Won't be more than enough to wet your sidewalks, and it'll all be cleared off by morning. Taking a closer look at the chance of precipitation though, you can see that there hasn't been anything that has fallen in the area yet. This ground clutter that you can see is just due to the high humidity that we've been experiencing all day. You know, that lovely sticky feeling that you get when you walk outside. But taking a look at our current satellite, these high clouds brewing up here in western and middle Nebraska, that's what will be producing our thunderstorms tonight. They'll continue to grow and move eastward, bringing that chance for moisture. For our weekend, or for the precipitation, Lincoln unfortunately is right on the edge of the area receiving the moisture, so probably won't amount to much for you tonight either. And looking at your weekend, it's going to be a hot one for you. Highs are going to be in the low 90s both Saturday and Sunday. So if you've been looking for a chance to go out to your pool, Saturday afternoon will be the perfect chance for you. Although Saturday night and continuing through Sunday, we have a chance for some scattered thunderstorms again. This front will be moving through the area pretty slowly, which will bring that moisture with it. Predicted precipitation for the weekend, the majority of it will be further north of us. Lincoln area is only expected to get about 1/4 inch of rain. The farther and farther west you go, the less you're going to get. And finally, looking at our 5-day forecast, today is going to be about the last day for you that's not going to be in the 90s. High of 89, low down at 73, and then you got the partly cloudy and the scattered thunderstorms tonight. Friday, 95 degrees. Summer is here, folks. Then Saturday and Sunday, both hot, sunshiny, and then at night you got the chance for the scattered thunderstorms again. Monday and Tuesday, all sunshine and clear skies for you again. Your lows throughout the week staying right around 70, so you'll have a lot of warm summer nights you can get out and do something. Cassie, Brian, back to you guys.
Thanks, Megan. Looks like I'm going to get a pool day in.
I might have to jump in the pool, catch some rays.
Me too. All right, well, fast cars and people from over 80 different countries were at Lincoln's Air Park today. Star City reporter Amanda Woida will be live in the newsroom a little bit later to tell us about it.
Coming up a little later, we have sports with Kelsey Robinson.
You are watching Star City News.
The Bay Skate Park is a locally run nonprofit park that provides a place where people of all ages can creatively develop individual skills through skateboarding, art, music, mentoring, and community service. The Bay is committed to being a positive influence on Lincoln skate culture. The Bay is open from noon to 10 Tuesday through Thursday, noon to 2 a.m. Friday and Saturday, and noon to 10 Sunday. It's located on 2005 Y Street. For more information, visit www.the-bay.org.
Mad Dads, Men Against Destruction Defending Against Drugs and Social Disorder, is a nonprofit organization that promotes men and women coming together to become active in communities and be real role models for young adults. The Lincoln chapter specializes in fixing bikes to donate and sell. Over 7,000 have gone to those in need. For more information on prices or volunteering, go online to www.maddads.com or call 402-742-0224.
Since 1985, the Lincoln Haymarket Development Corporation has worked on protecting, enhancing, and promoting the Haymarket's architectural and cultural heritage. When visiting the Haymarket, a person can see the live theater, eat, or shop. Every Saturday between May 4th and October 12th, the Lincoln Haymarket is the home to the Farmers Market, located on 8th Street. At the Farmers Market, you can get baked goods, arts and crafts, and quality produce. The amount of activities you can do at the Lincoln Haymarket makes it a must-see.
The American Red Cross Cornhusker Chapter, located at 220 Oak Creek Drive, is your local Red Cross station. Since 1881, the American Red Cross has been helping American families through disasters. You can donate today at redcross.org or sign up for a blood donation or one of their certification classes. Help the American Red Cross and the Cornhusker Chapter by donating today.
Welcome back to Star City News. I'm Cassie Nelson.
And I'm Brian Fry.
Now, there may not be any planes or trains, but there will certainly be automobiles out at Lincoln Air Park. Star City's Amanda Woida has more live in the newsroom.
Thanks, Cassie. The Society of Automobile Engineers is having its race car designing competition. Now, this event is bringing in people from all over the nation and even all over the world. There are teams from Canada, Mexico, even Brazil, India, and Austria. These 80 teams are competing over at Lincoln Air Park.
This is the second year Lincoln has hosted the Society of Automobile Engineers. SAE had each team design a Formula-style race car, build it, and then test the prototype. Today, the Formula One prototypes are being inspected on their cost, design, and how well they are built. The best teams will qualify to participate in tomorrow's dynamic testing, where judges evaluate the car's acceleration, cornering, short track performance, endurance racing, and fuel consumption.
It's great that they can put this on for the students. I mean, it's a really good thing for everyone to learn and for everyone to participate in. So I'm glad it's here.
The University of Nebraska even has its own team in the event. Team President Chris Wilson, an engineering graduate student, says the event is also a business competition with several presentations throughout the weekend.
So we had a design presentation this morning. We'll get ranked on how well we designed the car and how well we defended our designs, and then we have a cost presentation this afternoon where we'll go over the cost of the vehicle.
The collegiate design competition will continue through Sunday. Admission is free and food vendors will be available.
Now, Chris Wilson also said that this competition is full of very helpful people. Teams are even lending their tools to other teams, so it's a great way to network with other people and learn more about engineering. This is Amanda Woida live in the newsroom. Back to you.
Thanks, Amanda. We've also heard that the Brazilian team and the University of Washington work with UNL to find a way to get some early work on their cars.
Now, Nebraska's new specialty license plate is turning heads. The Automobile License Plate Collectors Association voted it the best new plate in the United States. The plate was introduced last year to increase support for the Union Pacific Railroad Museum, which also coincided with the 150th anniversary of the creation of the railroad. The vote was based on two judging criteria: the overall attractiveness of the design and its legibility as a tool for public safety and law enforcement. This year marks the 42nd anniversary of the award and the first for Nebraska. Now, vintage cars were at the forefront of discussion at a Lincoln Motor Museum today. This afternoon, over 120 historical car enthusiasts from all over the country gathered for the 2013 International Speedsters Trial and Reunion held at Museum of American Speed. The museum's historian Bob Mays says the men of all ages were in for a treat with the variety of antique cars they had on display.
Pre-1935 four-cylinder Model T, Model A, Model B. There's a few Chevy four-cylinder cars out there, and they're coming from all over the country.
I've actually built a few of them myself, so it's a fun hobby and a lot of good people.
Cassie, you know, I've had this phone for too long and I'm thinking of getting rid of it.
Well, before you trash it, consider recycling it. If you have old electronics sitting around the house, this weekend is the perfect time to get rid of them.
Secure Recyclers on North 33rd Street in Lincoln is hosting a free electronic recycling drive this Saturday. The event runs from 9 to 2, and everyone is welcome to bring in their old electronics for recycling. So why take the time to recycle your electronics rather than just throw them away? Matt Weirman, CEO of Secure Recyclers, says it's important to keep these goods out of the landfill.
Like the last event we did over 100,000 pounds, probably about 150-ish, and you just think if all that was in the landfill, it'd take up a ton of room, and it's just a good opportunity to get rid of it and get it properly recycled.
If you can't make it on Saturday, Weirman says you can always drop off your electronics for free if you call in ahead of time. Just how many calories are in your favorite cup of coffee? Well, we can safely say that Cassie's favorite, a caramel macchiato, has 250. But what about the rest? Star City's Kelly Bradley has more.
Starbucks is the latest of several food and coffee chains to make their customers more aware of what they are consuming. On Tuesday, more than 11,000 stores will feature calorie counts next to menu items. Starbucks follows behind major companies like McDonald's and Wendy's. The changes in nutrition information are due to Obamacare's policy that chains with more than 20 locations.
Clinic with a Heart will be hosting a free health clinic. Everyone is welcome. Services provided this evening will include medical, physical therapy, mental health, and hearing assessments. It will be going on today from 5:30 to 7 at 1701 South 17th Street. Let's check in with Kelsey Robinson with the sports.
For the first time since 1994, the NBA Finals is back to a Game 7. A champion will be decided tonight in the last game of the NBA season. The San Antonio Spurs trio of Manu Ginobili, Tim Duncan, and Tony Parker square off one last time with the Heat's big three of LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. The Spurs have never lost an NBA Finals series, but LeBron James and the Heat have been in this situation before. Now Miami does have the home court edge, so it will be important for the Spurs to get off to a quick start if they want any chance of being named champions. By the end of tonight, Duncan will have his 5th ring, or LeBron will begin his quest for not 1, not 2, but a 3rd championship ring. Husker fans get excited because the dates have been set for the opening day of Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nebraska will take on Cinderella Florida Gulf Coast Friday, November 8th. The start time will be announced later, but there will be festivities throughout the day. The women's program will take on UCLA in their first regular event in the building at noon. Nebraska also has partnered with StubHub, which will allow fans to purchase tickets and use electronic ticket delivery. Husker fans were deeply touched this past spring by the story of Jack Hoffman, the 7-year-old cancer survivor who is now one of the first that comes to mind when speaking of Husker football. Jack had his dream fulfilled when he ran a 69-yard touchdown during the Huskers spring game. Hoffman will complete his last session of chemotherapy for pediatric brain cancer next Tuesday. Team Jack and other teen cancer survivors were given VIP treatment at this weekend's College World Series in order to celebrate. When we all thought Game 6 of the NBA Finals couldn't be topped, we got an encore performance in last night's Stanley Cup Final. Game 4 was an eventful one for those of you who made it past their bedtime. After sitting out Game 3, the Blackhawks' leading scorer, Marian Hossa, was back on the ice. Chicago scored an early goal, but Boston tied it up late in the first on a goal by Rich Peverly. Blackhawks goalie Corey Crawford has been great throughout the playoffs, but has struggled a bit against the Bruins' 4-line attack. The Hawks went up 3-1 on a goal by Patrick Kane, but that was quickly followed by a breakaway save by Boston's Tuukka Rask and a goal by Marcus Kruger. One of the strangest goals ever made in hockey came in the third period. Zdeno Chara took a shot, went high off the glass behind Crawford, then bounced back in front of the net and was quickly put in place by Patrice Bergeron. NHL Hockey tweeted, "And just like that, we're even again." The Bruins scored with less than 8 minutes to play, sending the game to an overtime tied at 5. Let us all remember to breathe. #Stanley Cup. The Blackhawks' Brent Seabrook was the hero yet again, scoring the game winner halfway through the overtime. The series heads back to Chicago for Game 6, tied at 2. While it's only June and early in the recruiting process, the latest 2014 recruiting rankings are out, and the Huskers now lie at number 36. The Cornhuskers jumped 34 spots from number 70, but still stand in the sixth in the Big Ten. The Big Red weekend landed Nebraska 6 commits, suggesting that recruiting success could rely heavily on getting the recruits to Lincoln for a visit. That's a look at our sports for Star City News. I'm Kelsey Robinson. Let's go back to you guys.
Thanks, Kelsey. Coming up next is entertainment with Gabe Potter.
Looking for a fun place to spend your day outdoors? The Lincoln Children's Zoo is a destination where kids and adults alike can interact with nature. It is home to more than 350 animals, 40 of which are endangered. Founded in 1965, the zoo includes a train ride, petting zoo, horse rides, safari cafe, and several unique exhibits. It is open daily from April 13th to October 19th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and admission is under $10 for everyone. Learn firsthand. Plan your visit today.
People hear the word stroke and they automatically assume elderly.
Nearly 200,000 people under the age of 50 suffer from a stroke each year.
You know, we're just honored that we can be a part of this and make people aware that little kids can have strokes, and so it's been great.
Providing education and support to improve the quality of life for stroke survivors and their families. The Nebraska State Stroke Association.
At St. Louis's Gift and Thrift Store, you can donate items to help the poor. Your donation will be sold as a reduced cost item, which will help a family or individual in need of assistance. For your donation, you will receive a tax deduction. If you would like to help, but you don't have any items to give away, we are looking for many volunteers to help sort donations, stock items, and to assist store patrons. St. Louis's Gift and Thrift Store is located at 2201 O Street in Lincoln.
Cause for Paws is the boutique for cheap. Here you can find jewelry, clothes, accessories, and so much more for affordable prices. All the money this trendy shop receives goes to helping animal charities across Nebraska. It's open 6 days a week. To find out how you can help, check hours, or contact, go online to causeforpaws.org or stop by at 5700 and Old Cheney Streets.
Welcome back to Star City News. Up next, we have entertainment with Gabe Potter.
This Friday, Monsters University and World War Z are coming out. World War Z features Brad Pitt, a United Nations employee who is trying to stop a zombie pandemic.
I can't leave my family. Don't pretend your family is exempt.
With Man of Steel being received well in the box office, earning over $100 million last weekend, and World War Z receiving mixed reviews itself, it will be interesting to see how World War Z will do. Pixar's Monsters University, the prequel to Monsters Incorporated, seems to be a contender for this weekend's box office. Being the only G-rated comedy in the current top 10 box office, it seems Monsters will have little competition despite the amount of blockbusters out. Starring Billy Crystal, John Goodman, and Steve Buscemi, take a listen to these lovable creatures.
I just need to ace my classes, graduate with honors, and become the greatest scarer ever.
Were you kissing my hand?
And what about you with all your shedding?
I don't shed.
Really?
In television, the FX show Wilfred premieres its 3rd season tonight. Wilfred stars Elijah Wood, who can talk to his dog, Wilfred.
Morning.
You're back! Wilfred! You were gone like forever. I got the paper off the porch.
Really? Seemed like a lot longer than that.
Yesterday, James Gandolfini died in Italy. The soprano star died at the age of 51. Winner of 3 Emmys, Gandolfini put HBO television on the map.
Told someone, a partner, to do something to me, and he did it. And I destroyed the place. Just all that crap they have on stage. And then she said, at the end of it, I remember my hands were bleeding a little bit and stuff, and the guy had gotten off, and and she goes, see, everybody's fine. Everybody's fine. Nobody's hurt. This is what you have to do. This is what people pay for. If you don't want to do it, get off. But this is what people pay for to see.
From Star City News, I'm Gabriel Potter.
You are watching Star City News.
Cause for Paws is the boutique for cheap. Here you can find jewelry, clothes, accessories, and so much more for affordable prices. All the money this trendy shop receives goes to helping animal charities across Nebraska. It's open 6 days a week. To find out how you can help, check hours, or contact, go online to causeforpaws.org or stop by at 5700 and Old Cheney Streets.
Looking for a fun place to spend your day outdoors? The Lincoln Children's Zoo is a destination where kids and adults alike can interact with nature. It is home to more than 350 animals, 40 of which are endangered. Founded in 1965, the zoo includes a train ride, petting zoo, horse rides, safari cafe, and several unique exhibits. It is open daily from April 13th to October 19th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and admission is under $10 for everyone. Learn firsthand. Plan your visit today.
At St. Louis's Gift and Thrift Store, you can donate items to help the poor. Your donation will be sold as a reduced cost item, which will help a family or individual in need of assistance. For your donation, you will receive a tax deduction. If you would like to help, but you don't have any items to give away, we are looking for many volunteers to help sort donations, stock items, and to assist store patrons. St. Louis's Gift and Thrift Store is located at 2201 O Street in Lincoln.
Because people hear the word stroke and they automatically assume elderly.
Nearly 200,000 people under the age of 50 suffer from a stroke each year.
You know, we're just honored that we can be a part of this and make people aware that little kids can have strokes, and so it's been great.
Providing education and support to improve the quality of life for stroke survivors and their families. The Nebraska State Stroke Association.
Welcome back to Star City News.
Now, we put a man on the moon, but what about Mars? Republicans in Congress have been unwilling to sacrifice plans to build a moon colony and now have an even more ambitious goal, building a base on Mars. A new bill released Wednesday reauthorized NASA for 2 more years, although it didn't specifically have a timetable for the bases on the moon and Mars, but it does opt for a pay-as-we-go, can-afford-it strategy.
And now we have a truly heartwarming story for you. 3-year-old Grayson Clamp was born deaf, missing the nerve which connects his brainstem to audio waves in the outside world. But 3 weeks ago, Grayson became the first child in the United States to receive an auditory brain stem implant. Watch his remarkable reaction as he hears his dad's voice for the first time.
Hi, Grayson. Talk to him, Daddy.
Daddy loves you. Daddy loves you. Daddy.
Yes, here.
Auditory brain stem implants have been available for adults. When the Clamps heard about an FDA-approved trial for children at the UNC hospitals in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, they jumped at the chance to participate.
Truly a heartwarming story.
It is. And up next, we have Kaya Gosman with social media.
A new study by the Social Media Examiner shows a promising future for marketing on social media sites. The study showed that businesses who spent only 6 hours a week using social media for marketing increased their exposure by 92%. The Examiner was hopeful that the results will help the future of social media sites like Facebook in the stock market. Patriots tight end Aaron Hernandez has been involved in a messy homicide investigation this past week, prompting fantasy football owners to look closely at the Patriots bench. One such owner is Jaleel White, the actor who played Steve Urkel. After tweeting at the Patriots' third-string tight end Jake Ballard about his potential for more playing time this season, USA Today sports writer Mike Garafolo expressed his astonishment that White was so informed on the happenings in the NFL. White didn't take too kindly to that, prompting a little social media spat. While those watching Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Finals in Austin, Texas were angry on Twitter for a different reason. The Blackhawks' Seabrook scored an overtime goal to win and tie the series 2-2, but the affiliate accidentally cut to a station promo. And ironically, after the game, the station ran a story about how much bigger hockey was becoming in Texas. Here's a video of the station's apology.
Yeah, we do want to take a moment now to apologize to those of you who are watching Game 4 tonight at around 10:30.
Yeah, we unexpectedly and accidentally went to commercial break during overtime in tonight's game. It was admittedly the worst possible time to do that. We are so sorry. We apologize for that error.
Well, hopefully viewers will have a chance to see some excellent action to make up for it during Game 5 of the Stanley Cup this Saturday. One fan can't wait to show off his game day suit. This very dedicated fan was spotted walking into the game in a suit made entirely of playoff towels. Upon closer examination, the tie is the most notable part, featuring an autograph right near the bottom. In another part of the sports world, the nation is gearing up for Game 7 of the NBA Finals. But the folks at Nike got just a little too excited. The company accidentally leaked pictures of LeBron James' two-time championship shoes just a little too early. The Heat can only hope that they haven't counted their chickens before they hatched. See, and then it says two-time champion on the inside. Hopefully that wasn't too early. The big conversation, win or lose, is about the headband game this last Tuesday. Will James wear his trademark headband tonight? Here you can see just how much of a Twitter conversation it has become. That's all for social media. Back to you, Cassie and Brian.
Thanks, Kaya. You know, Cassie, I've been trying to keep up with this social media thing and started using that Vine app.
Oh, really? How many videos have you posted?
I have 2 right now. Maybe I'll show them to you
Or
sometime.
maybe I'll just follow you. Or maybe you can take some this weekend. Here are the weekend wrap-ups. Here Lincoln is back in a local band. Masses will be playing Friday as a part of the weekly summer concert series sponsored by the Lincoln Chamber of Commerce. And who doesn't like live free music over their lunch hour? And for the bikers out there, Sunday morning, bikers can participate in the Journal Star Trail Trek from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. in the Haymarket Park. You will need to register in person this weekend for the 10 to 20 mile ride. The event is $20 for adults, $10 for students, and free for kids 5 and under. Helmets are required. Do you have any weekend plans?
Might go to the pool, catch some rays.
Me too. All right, well, thanks for joining us. I'm Cassie Nelson.
And I'm Brian Fry.